Just obviously a really, really tough loss. Down the stretch, just needed to execute. We just didn't get that done in a few different areas. So really a tough one, and we'll just have to get back to work on Monday.
Obviously, you guys got to that early lead. I think it was about 12-2 or 12-4 early. And then what do you think changed after Northern Colorado kind of started to make some adjustments there?
I think we expected a dogfight all game. I mean, when you go up 12-2 early, it's not like you're thinking it's just going to be that easy. We talked a lot about, like, you got to take these games. No one's going to give you a game. And Northern Colorado fought extremely hard yesterday to get a win, and then did so again today. But I think they settled it a little bit, handled our pressure a little bit better, and then we had a little bit difficult time scoring. So I just, that's when the gap closed again.
Now, what do you think were the biggest things that Northern Colorado was doing that were giving you guys fits from 2-point range today?
They're from 2-point range. Is that what you said? They play very hard. And I think what was difficult a little bit for us was just handling their zone, finding the open shots. We're trying to move the ball to find uncontested shots. I think at times they forced us into some one-on-one play, which we were really kind of trying to avoid. But I thought they did a great job, like hitting the glass. Like rebounds we knew that was going to be a big factor in the game, and that proved to be very big. We know our free throw situation. We've got to continue to work and get better at that. And free throws win basketball games, and so those really hurt today for us.
I know obviously it's a difficult thing to answer, but just you talk about free throws, just what can this team do? Obviously, they're one of the lower shooting free throw teams in the country. What can this team do to improve on free throws? Is it just shoot more? Or like what can you guys really do as a staff to kind of get that a little bit higher up?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just getting in the gym on your own. Free throws, to get a lot of shots up, you got to get in the gym on your own. And certainly with some players, there might be some adjustments you're looking at. But at the end of the day, it's, all of these ladies have shot free throws their entire basketball careers. Probably most of them were the players who shot in difficult situations in high school. So it's just seeing yourself doing it, So I expect us to get better at it, but it's really getting in the gym, shooting free throws, certainly looking at helping them make sure they're feeling good about their shot, but then just getting reps and then doing it in a game. We try to put them in pressure situations in practice, but then they still have to see themselves do it in a game.
And obviously you guys did get Meg back this weekend, regardless of the loss tonight. Just what does it mean for this team to kind of have that leader on the floor, a veteran presence?
It's just great to have some depth in the post position, especially with Michelle Ojo out now. We've been anxious to get Meg back, and it was great to get her. She had, somewhat limited minutes this weekend. It was great to get her back on the court. She's when you've been out that long, getting up to speed in a game, it's going to take a little while. But it means a lot to us to get her back and to have some experience in the paint.
You talk about some of that depth in the post. Obviously, Justice Odom's really been coming into her own these past few games, but how can you guys keep her on the floor for longer? Obviously, some of that foul trouble, I think, kind of reared its head tonight.
With Justice? Yeah, we were playing with Justice and Meg. We were trying to just get those guys in and out for each other. And, Justice she's a hard worker. She's got she's aggressive in the paint, and sometimes she just gets herself into a little bit out of position and then ends up with a foul. But she's great. The fact that Justice embraces the paint, embraces wanting to play with her back to the basket and be a force in there, So Justice has been, I think, really making some great progress here the last couple weeks, and we certainly would love the opportunity to have more than just one or two options in the paint.
And then obviously you guys have Loyola up next at home. Just what can the team do to put this one behind them and look ahead to the next game?
Yeah, it's just this one's a tough one, but we get back in the gym Monday and we gotta get to work, and just like today, no one's gonna give you a game. You got to go take the game, and Loyola is obviously a huge rivalry game for us, and we've got to be ready to play Wednesday morning. But just get at it Monday. Talk about some of the things that we didn't execute down the stretch, and get ready to jump it up again and play.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Andy.